ago when I was giving my first travel story speech. I would like to continue on that theme and share another travel story with you tonight. Someone said that traveling makes a wise man. I was very fortunate, and I started to travel with my parents when I was 10. Back in Poland in mid-90s, it was not easy to get a passport in order to travel abroad. It took several visits to the town hall. Sometimes you had to pay bribes, you had to be well connected in order to get a passport to travel abroad. Finally, that day came. In the summer of 1984, my parents got their passports and we were going on our first trip abroad. Woohoo! Finally, we're going somewhere, not to Grandma's farm, but somewhere else. And the excitement started. We started preparing and packing for the trip. So here we go. This was our first car. For anybody who doesn't know what it is, it was a Fiat. Yes, Italian Fiat. However, it was manufactured in Poland. Italian manufacturer had a subsidiary in Poland of that Fiat. That model, with little changes, was manufactured for 30 years. Yes, little Fiat 126P. It was our first car. We also bought this little camper, not camper, it was just a little trailer where we packed our belongings. Keep in mind, 4 people, including 2 adults, myself and my brother. And my brother was not a small guy. He was in high school and he was almost 6 feet at that point. I don't know how all of us fit in the little car with all the luggage. I was tiny, but I don't know how he spent all the hours, how he was able to manage. The trip is only 10 hours, 400 miles. However, to go down to Hungary, we went through Ukraine. So it took us a little bit longer because we stopped in Uzhhorod and Lvov to make some barter exchanges and buy some Russian merchandise that we could later on sell in Hungary. It was part of the trip too. Finally, we arrived to our destination, Harkany, Hungary. But wait, what's that smell? Something stinks here. I didn't know what it was. My brother and my father set up our tent on the campground. That's how we traveled. There was no money for hotel stay. We always camped out. We had our own gear. And once we set up, we decided to check the swimming pool. We found out those pools were filled. These were actually the hot springs. They were filled with sulfites. Now I know what rotten eggs smell means. I thought someone was cutting cheese all the time, or perhaps our eggs were rotting in our car. We brought our own food. We all brought our cooking gear, camping gear, so we were all prepared, but that smell, oh my gosh. We went to check the swimming pools finally. To my dismay, the entire area was filled with huge and old people. I couldn't believe my eyes. Where are the kids? What are these old people doing here? Why am I here? But would I complain? No, I would never complain. It was first trip abroad. None of my friends were traveling abroad. I could not complain. I had to be happy with what I was able to experience. We did have fun. I made some friends trying to communicate in Polish with Hungarian kids. It's not easy. Those 2 languages don't come close to each other at all. For some reason, Hungarian and Finnish are in the same group of languages. So Polish does not fit there at all. But they say that Polish people and Hungarian people are alike because we fought the same battles in the past. We fought against the same people. So 2 weeks passed really quick, and for those of you who like to eat, You probably are aware that Hungarian cuisine is very, very hot, a lot of peppers. The most popular dish is goulash. It's made out of beef, lots of peppers, and very, very spicy. One of my favorite dishes. Another dish is lecho, and it's very similar to goulash, but it has probably more peppers than anything else. It does have, it can have beef or pork. And there's also this fisherman soup, which I never tasted myself, but I thought, it looks very interesting. And as I mentioned, we were cooking ourselves our own food to save money. However, every time we took a trip to a store, I was like a kid in a candy land, truly. Back then, mid-80s, Poland stores were empty. They say the only things you could buy was vinegar, literally, nothing else but vinegar. Even when people had money, there was nothing to buy. It was such heavily controlled market at that point. So going to Hungary, we were in heaven. 15 kinds of bread, candy everywhere, sodas, nice clothes. We were amazed. It was very, very great experience. So as we go out this one night, my brother was very brave, and he was, like I said, he was in high school, so he was just picking up German language at that point. And he was our brave soul at that point. We asked him to order our food because we didn't know German, we didn't know Hungarian, but he knew a little. So he ordered this soup that we wanted to try, this pickle soup, which was supposed to be warm, served with potatoes or rice, and it was supposed to be spicy and sour. We were waiting. Finally, the waiter comes and brings this red soup and puts it in front of everybody, and we're like, hello, what is this? This is not what the picture showed us. And the waiter tried to explain that, no, this is what you ordered. And apparently my brother made a faux pas, and he ordered chilled cherry soup, which was warm, sweet, and we didn't know it. We didn't know how to eat it. We were polite. We tasted it, and that was it. We went ahead and we ordered goulash and had a lot of goulash, and it was delicious. So my conclusion today for you is my lesson on the trip was to start learning languages as soon as possible. I started learning English the next year, and I highly suggest that you start learning languages if you know you're going to travel. If not, bring a good translator. And also be prepared for the best and for the worst, because you never know what you may learn when you travel, and you do become a wiser person. Thank you.